Good evening, everyone. This is T-Mac for T-Mac's American Experience, and we're out on the full moon night of August, which is called the Sturgeon Moon. In the Great Lakes area, they call it that because that is the largest fish in the Great Lakes, and this is one of the times, especially the Native American days, where they were prominent for catching these fish. Bucket list for me that I'd like to catch one of them too someday. Alright, they're gigantic fish, the largest fish in the Great Lakes, pretty much the largest, one of the largest freshwater fish too. But that's what the full moon's named after. And we have the full moon tonight, quiet, kind of muggy, but we have the temperature is down into the mid 70s, so still kind of a steamy night. But we're going to get a hike in, full moon night, so it is, well, it's after midnight now, so we're technically kind of the night of August 8th, but technically right now August 9th, because we are after midnight, and kind of a somber night for me, because I just had when I say a long-time friend, I mean a friend from, we met and had been friends since we were 2 years old. Went to grade school, junior high, high school together. He was found murdered. And this is a place where me and him in 1992 went walking back there with no flashlights. And then this is one of my creepiest places for hikes, but the first time I ever went back there at night was with my friend. So this one I'm dedicating to Rudy Casey, who was found tragically murdered. There's some details there we're not sure about. But anyway, so there's a little bit emotional for me too. But I wanted to do this place in particular because of him and our history with that. Now, if you see in my glasses there, you can see the reflection of some lights that's in the foreground. Those are the lights from the top. The house is the top of the hill. The other side is just the way I'm facing. And so we're going to get to the hike objectives. The noise pollution, you're going to hear some traffic from I-90. It's late after midnight, and so hopefully it won't be as much, but I'm sure it's going to be some. Also, train noise is always prevalent here. So as you can hear, and you can hear some of the vehicles in the background. I'm on dirt roads around here, so hopefully not too much traffic will get in the way. But we're at Camp Pete, okay, and what I call the Valley of the Rock Apes, and I haven't been here in just about 2 months. It was June the 10th. I was back there last. I was with John. Had a pretty eventful night then. Few rocks, deer, all that kind of stuff. So we're going to look for the wildlife, signs of wildlife, especially the predator activity. Okay, and we're also looking for Bigfoot, Yeti, Sasquatch, any signs of that, establishing a habitat for a large apex predators. That's kind of what the mission of these. These are hiking adventures, investigations, exploring. And those are the things that we try to look for, okay? Now, so again, you see some lights in the background there. That is just simply from some houses and everything that are up behind me and everything here. So once we get into the woods, there will be like next to none of that because there's no houses around there. The only houses are facing kind of that, like that, on the valley, up on the valley rims. So we catch a little bit of the glimmers of those lights. But get ready for this investigation. It's going to be a good one. Place always is. This is the Valley of the Rock Apes. Okay, because I have had so many rocks thrown at me. Many other creepy things happen. But be ready, because who knows what we'll expect. Right now, you can hear all the crickets, frogs, all those noisy bugs. I know the cicadas are out. I'm not sure if they chime in at night, or not, but they're definitely around. So we got a lot of critter noise as well, but that's kind of what we like and what we're looking for. So hope you enjoy this. Drop things into the comments and get ready. Cue the music, because we're about to have a great adventure here. All right. All right, we're out onto the hike. There is our sturgeon moon. You can see a lot of dust because it's a dirt road here, and I just kicked it. It's still a little bit stirred up for me pulling in here to park because the air is very stagnant. So we're gonna head over to the covered bridge first. You can see straight ahead there, so those are reflector tapes, not anything important. I do have thermals running. And we're gonna go up around here, check out, we've been very dry. You can hear the water flowing, but it's pretty low. Water level is pretty low right now because we've had a pretty dry and hot portion of the summer here. Okay, and we're starting to get some dew on the grass and trees. What I like to check out here is Creek Road Covered Bridge. Again, this is the Valley of the Rock Apes. And I do that, I call it that, in part because of the, describes exactly what's happened to me back here. And in doing so, it's also a hat tip in honor to our Vietnam veterans who had to deal with rock apes over in Vietnam. And the government tell them, you didn't see that, it didn't happen. It happens a lot with our government. I am trying to scan across there, thought I seen something, but I didn't. Not that I can tell anyway. Okay, right now I have the PowerTech Warrior on. The big boy, the old light, will come out eventually. I also have the PowerTech headlamp with me, and we'll see how this goes. You can see parking lot. Looks like somebody hit that sign. That sign looks like it's seen better days. So a lot of these hikes now, I do like normally to have somebody with me, but that's not always possible. So off I go, as I am capable of doing this myself. Now, I haven't been out for hikes like I would have liked to. I kind of had every reason to cancel tonight, but I still wanted to go do this, especially hearing the tragic loss of my friend, and the memories flooding back of him, and flooding back of a night in 1992 where we were out looking for what was supposed to be a party down here. This was prior to it being under its current management. Those gates used to be open, vehicles used to be able to drive back there. Now if you see light at the top of the hill, that is house. You've probably seen that in my intro. So again, you see we got some of those ones. Those were showing up in my intro too. Kind of moving around a little bit. But just so I show you things in totality of circumstances. It is steamy. Now my thermometer was saying it's dropped to 73, but I'm not sure if that was correct or not. 73 degrees without any breeze and humidity, upwards of 80%. Still a little rough. Again, here we are. Did the trail cameras back here. Had some deer and raccoon put on some shows and some possums. A few strange noises. I don't know. Yeah, but not what I wanted to catch. But it's the trail cameras. Those animals definitely know those are there. Okay, so established in 1928. Again, we're definitely here at I-90 traffic. Again, after 12:30 at night, I'm listening to all the traffic on I-90. Tried doing this later, thinking maybe that might be die down some, but it hasn't. Okay, right up over here is the spot where I put the trail cameras. It's the spot where I'd been showered with rocks before. Okay, I just had one thrown. Son of a... Did you guys hear that? That came through those leaves, so it went high. And I'm not sure which side. Probably from up there. Let's do a little whistling here, since they want to play games. Got any more rocks to throw? Come on. No, they throw these rocks and then they run, or they get back, they hide. That was me kicking a stone. I am hearing something on both sides of me. Again, we don't have any breeze to knock anything out. Look at, nothing is moving. But I'm getting noises from up there. Oh. All right, they're out alive tonight here. We're getting rocks. Or something is being thrown. Just another one went through the leaves. But I'm gonna keep moving because I'm gonna go. I got an objective in my, dang, there goes another one. We're gonna get this again. Hey, watch this. Watch. Nah, 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 nah. How do you like that? Seen a bat fly through. Nah, nah, nah. Sorry, I don't know. I'm just gonna try to antagonize a bit. I see bats flying all over here. But we're at three. three things, whatever you call them. I just use rocks as kind of in a general term. when something's thrown. It may be whatever they find, sticks, nuts from trees, whatever, pine cones. I'm sure it's all been what has been thrown at me. There's a good game trail right there. I don't know what, I often don't get to see what exactly they threw at me, but they threw something, okay? And I guess that's kind of the point, is something is being thrown. And according to basically the logic of this world here, there should be nothing being thrown. There's nothing in these woods that is supposed to be able to throw other than human beings. And I'm telling you, that's not human beings up there. There's no way. It's pitch black. You can't see out here without a light. And maybe adjust for a little bit, but what I want to do here is transition. So I got the headlamp on for a second. Now I try to look around while I try to hook the other light on, back on there, and get out the big boy. Big boy, the Olight Marauder 2, it's called. Okay, let me click the headlamp off. The power tech was really starting to get hot because I have that one on high most of the time, and it heats up real quick and eats the battery real quick. See if we get anything else. See if it follows us along this valley up here, or the rim of the valley. The ridge line. So if I do seem a little unnerved, yeah, something throwing stuff at me in the middle of the night that I can't see. I can't see with a thermal camera. I can't see with my eyes with a bright flashlight. It's definitely unnerving because I have to deal with the fact that I am not alone out here. And again, it's already been kind of a punch in the gut kind of day when I got the news. I do not like being up close to that road unless I'm leaving, so I don't want to stay up over there. I have to try to scan with this. There's some potential hits, way up on on top of the ridge line, but I can't tell. It's inconclusive. And there is the sturgeon moon peeking through the trees. And look, we got spider webs out all over here. So imagine that's going to be worse the further back we go. Now it is August, technically August 9th because we're after midnight, but the night of August 8th. Full moon night. Full moon night with light winds. It's like I gotta get myself out and go. I haven't been out as much because I've had a setback with the shoulder. It started to regress the opposite way from where I was going, and I've been, unfortunately, in quite a bit of pain. I also have to deal with a lot of migraine headaches from the back problems that I have that were damaged in Afghanistan. So it seems like when I've wanted to go for these hikes, I've had issue after issue. Now I have this on medium, and before anyone accuses me of having a rinky-dink Walmart flashlight, this is a Light Marauder 2. It's currently at 7,000 lums, which is halfway. But look what this sucker does at 14,000 lums. It makes it daytime. Okay. Now, I don't keep it at that because it really sucks power like crazy at that level. And this light will heat up to 160 degrees when you do that, which is not fun to hold. It does look like they actually mowed back here recently. It's a good sign. Not what I've seen out of the metro parks and a lot of their other spots. Now, I've come to do hikes here a couple other times, and there were people camping down here, and I had to find a different spot or call it. Just not go. The one night I just was like, okay, I'm done. The other night I tried to divert to Bigfoot Canyon, which was also occupied by 2 cars. And so I had to divert to a spot number 3, which was Indian Mound Park. It's hard because of the traffic noise from I-90, but I swore I heard something. So up here, I gotta give a mention to, okay, so some of my girls from Oklahoma, they moved to Colorado. Some of them are still in Oklahoma. But my one who loves this bathroom, Erica, has moved to Colorado now. And so I always gotta show this and give her and her best friend Hattie a hat tip. I'm checking out this thermal. Again, also the crickets and frogs and all that, making all their noise. Too, it covers up some of the sounds that I'm wanting to try to catch. But, like I said, that's part of the... They're a natural part of the forest, at least. Interstate 90 isn't, and man, why people are driving in that kind of volume at nearly 1 in the morning is kind of beyond me, my understanding. Like I said, in that volume, you can hear it's constant. I did keep my glasses on tonight, which I probably shouldn't have. Although I can definitely see in the distance better. It does with the lights of my camera and flashlight will cast a glare, which sometimes skews my vision a bit. The last time I was down here with John, I had another set of eyes down here with me. And that one, there's a couple of rocks winged at us. We were catching deer, raccoon, and some other cut-eye shine of some other critters we were unable to identify. I am feeling a slight breeze here now. As you can see in the trees, they're moving just a bit. But the breeze is light. Which I almost wonder for the direction it is blowing, which is almost straight out of the south. I'm wondering if it may even be a breeze caused by the interstate. That's my feet dragging. That noise, sorry about that. Look at this vine hanging down. Just waiting for somebody to swing on it, I think. Now this is a down and back hike. So where I had those 3 rocks thrown at me, I'll have to walk back through there. And we'll check and see if something's there. Ooh, look at all of the spider webs. They're like covering the whole path. Get out. Oh, I ate one in the face, even though, jeez almighty. Okay, here's the remains of the old camp where the buildings, the camp buildings burned down. So, let's see. There's another pavilion up here, and there's the other remains of the second cabin also, which burned down. I'm going to try to get a shot of that. Let's looks like somebody left their jacket. They left their stuff sitting here. It's got spider webs all over it. So looks like it's been there for a little bit. Now this is new. There is a hook hanging from the tree here. Probably from someone who was camping down here. They used it to hang their food up. To keep, you know, trash pandas, which I've put the trail cameras down here. They're in abundance, and I've caught them on video before. You can see this is one of the areas of the path where it is not as heavily traveled as the others parts in the front. Trying to go underneath large spider webs all over here. I have something on thermal. Okay, I gotta zoom in. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I have something. Thermal. I'm having trouble seeing. Oh, I see. Right there we have a trash panda. We have a raccoon. The thermal spotted him. He's just moving around over there. See, he's dead center. And I gotta readjust this camera. It's wanting to pop up. But that's a score for the thermal. Okay, that's how I can tell, you know, it's good things like that are, I like catching all the wildlife. I mean, that's one of the hike objectives. Okay, but showing me too, what I like about that is how the thermal's working, how effective it is. Okay, now we're gonna come up upon the little stream through here. That's me stepping on that stick. Got a lot of down branches. Those are these are fairly recent. Since I was here last, those are not there. This one going across is, but these ones were here. Some of these other ones are some more recent falls. As you can see, just heard something go through the leaves. I'm unsure what it was. The little stream is all dried up. Now I want to note, look at, we got spider webs going all across this big time. Now the branches or the trees are down here going across that. Almost as if they're putting up something saying, do not cross, do not enter. Same with this. And this one was odd because this tree and this one were both bent over blocking the path. Somebody moved this one to the side, and this one was too big to move. And I gotta, this is the part I hate. I gotta go underneath this. Get a shot of our little valley here. A little cut. Let's see if I can clear the spider webs and try to get underneath this. That was me stepping on stuff. This is an area where there's a lot of big trees. Very old forest. Sorry, just trying to do some equipment adjusting. A little bit of a breeze picked up and I just ate a spider web. Almost got me right in the mouth. But it's all over my face. I do want to respond to, even though everybody who put the hater comments on, they've been blocked. I do want to respond a little bit to that. First off, if you're negative, you put a negative comment on here, you're just going to be blocked. Okay, I'm just going to remove it. Okay, the world is not going to hear your opinion about me. Okay, so if you don't like it, if you don't like these videos, they're not for you, hey, okay, I understand, but no need to disrespect me. And second off, the thing that it had is that, well, I try to vary my areas up. Here, I go where there is the evidence, where things are happening. Okay, that's because I'm trying to capture, that's what I'm trying to do, is capture evidences. These are investigations. Okay. So like I do Owen Hill a lot because a lot is happening out there. Oh, I got another trash panda climbing a tree. Okay. Right there. That looks like a younger one. Doesn't look that old. Oh, and we got another one up higher right there. So that is our number 3 on raccoons. He's peeking around the tree, thinks nobody can see him. Up there he goes. Okay. So the raccoons are out in full force tonight. The other ones who, of my haters, say first time, they say I'm doing everything wrong or whatever, as they're some sort of experts, and I'll look at. So when they say that, I pull up their channel and see, well, what do you have? And I will find the people criticizing me have nothing. No videos, no evidence to show whatsoever, no attempts whatsoever. So what I have to say is, if you're gonna criticize me, then you better look at yourself first. Okay, what have you done? Okay, well, if you don't believe in the topic, okay, like I said, it's not all about Bigfoot or whatever cryptid stuff. It is not all about that. Like I said, a lot of this is about the wildlife, the establishment of habitat for large apex predators, and that they're finding there's things in the woods that our government hasn't told us about, or denies that they're in the numbers that they are. And I think they straight up lie to us about what is in the woods. So that's kind of more what this is. And again, hiking adventure / investigation, exploration. Okay. And like I said, if you don't like this, I just want to say, and just be respectful. Okay. There's no need to hate on me. And like I said, if it's because you think I'm doing it not the way that you would like, well, then go do it better than me. Send me the video. Okay? Come back and put in a comment, hey, I have a video, you should check out how it's really done. Okay? And then I'll take notes. I'll watch your video. So this back here, this is our property line. We're gonna walk all the way to it. I hear a train whistle in the background. Which again, that's part of our noise pollution. Conneaut, Ohio, without trains is just not Conneaut. Now I see, looks like there's lots of canine prints over here. I'm sorry, I got some bugs buzzing around me here. I need to go away. It's another reason I try to stay moving. The bugs kind of stay off of me a little more when I'm moving. So, but those look like some canine. I think they're domestic. They're pretty large. And like I said, my take on that is that those are domestic. I'm not sure who has their dog all the way back here, but that's a possibility. So that's kind of where I'm leaving that. Yes, we do have large coyotes around here. And from what has been caught on trail cameras of properties that I walk, there have been large wolves too. Okay, see, there's some of those prints. Now wait a second here, because this one right there, that is a large cat print. So that is probably even too big. And I'm looking at it over here. These are bobcat prints. If they're not bobcat, then they're the cougars around here, because those are large. And as Muddy bend over, and I leaned over, and we are no longer friends, so I'm not going to bend over and measure that. I'm going to note it, talk to John, see when he has time. We might come back here in the daytime, see if we can measure them and gather a little more evidence on them. But it's something to take a good note of. John's working night shift this week, so I will message him when I get done with this. Ask him when he's got time, if he's got time in the daytime, to come back here with me to try to measure. But that is interesting. I found those down here last year too. And no, those are not the same prints as last year. But I know that some people would say that though. So I actually have to verify that. The bugs are getting real bad out here. They're heading for my camera. If you hear me blowing like that, I'm trying to get them off the camera without hitting it, and that changes settings and everything like that, swatting at bugs. And yes, I've done that in the past. On the vibe, especially because right up at the front here, my spot, the rock thrower spot, 3 rocks thrown at me, I definitely feel a little creeped. I swear I'm hearing voices. So you let me know if you are able to hear any of that. It's weird that I'm hearing voices. They sound distant or faint. Now, with that, I will, there went another one. I will say that sound does travel through this valley. It could be picking up somebody from somewhere else. The fact that we're at like 1:30 in the morning is something that kind of makes that abnormal. There's barely a little puddle left over here. It's been dry this July and August. We've had a couple of rains, and when it did rain, it rained a lot. but it is not near as much as normal. Look at all these spider webs. Gotta go underneath this sucker. Get my head down. Or I'll eat spider webs. Yeah. I seen up over here, because certain bugs getting on the camera again. I seen a flash of light this way. I was scanning to the side with, I tried to hold the camera steady when I was scanning with my eyes. I seen what looked like a flash of light over there. And I mention that because it's happened so much. I would not mention it because I thought maybe it's my eyes playing tricks on me. I just heard what sounded like a rock clack. Let me know if you heard that. Okay, I'm gonna just drop my stories. We're just gonna kind of be quiet. There went another noise. On the thermal straight ahead, I can see something reflecting up there. I wonder if it's those clothes on the picnic table. And I can definitely, yeah, I have the thermal signature of that old chimney. But it looks like those clothes that are on the picnic table have something reflecting on them. And I do want to show you something. You see this little hairy stuff on this vine. You don't want to touch this. Grab that and swing on it, because that's poison ivy. Anytime you see those little hairy, they look dead, but hairy vines like that, that is poison ivy. You do not touch. Yeah, this stuff has something, has little reflectors on it. And it looks like Erica and Hattie were back here for sure, tossing their cans. And by now they have tossed their cans in multiple states. Okay, I got this little old piece of pipe here, puts off his heat. That's what my thermal camera's catching right now. So don't go nowhere, because we got the Rock River Alley is still up ahead of us. This is where all the spider webs are. excuse me. This place is, as you probably have been able to see, pretty dusty. Top of that ridge line, there's a little bit of woods, and then there's a dirt road. And on the front, over on this side, dirt road. At the end of this, where the creek bends, it goes off of the Metro Park property, but there's a couple of private properties, and then there's another dirt road, and then Interstate 90. So all three sides of this little valley that have roads on it, they're all these not very heavily traveled dirt roads. Something just hit over here. I heard something, but I cannot verify what that was. I'm not going to count that as a rock throw. It's a noise. It was weird. Maybe it was, but again, to me, if it was, then they need to do better. Now, before anybody tells me that this was set up by something, I gotta tell you, it wasn't. I follow this place pretty close. This thing broke and fell onto that. This tree got bowed over this winter when we got like 2.5 feet of snow at once, of wet lake effect snow. And it bowed a lot of these trees over, like this one here too. And I was back here and documented that. So I don't want anyone to tell me that's an X. It does actually form an X, but it is 100% natural. And that's what hitting these places regularly, like I do, means I can eliminate some things like that. So if you think, oh look, there's an X, no, that is a naturally formed one, so aren't the bowed over trees. I'm not saying that sometimes there may not be good explanations for why trees are like that, but sometimes there is. Not everything is Bigfoot or cryptid, whatever, related. I do want to address one other comment that I got. Again, the guy got deleted, but he said he didn't care who cameraman was or that he's my friend. And that I shouldn't be mentioning that. I mention my friends that do this same thing and who do videos with me on a frequent basis. In part because, one, I'm grateful for their friendship. I'm grateful for their help on me making these videos and helping me with evidence or things I've heard or seen. And just kind of teaching me how to do that. Those guys have done that. MT. So I hat tip Cameraman Jack and MT Paranormal Life and Trapper from Outdoor Unknown. And Spooky Matt, Uncanny Trevor, because they have channels and we all do stuff together. Same with author Marianne. Marianne, I'm pretty sure you'll be watching this. check it out. So all these people that I mentioned, it's because they're good people who have all helped me. And I'm going to show my gratitude towards them. So if you don't like that I show gratitude to my friends, okay, go watch someone else's channel. Just quite frankly. Okay. Like I said, this video is dedicated to my old friend, taken from us needlessly at the age of 51, because we walked this with no flashlights in 1992. Now, it wasn't for the same reason. We were looking for a party, which wasn't here. Look, we got it's clouded up a little bit, but the sturgeon moon is still bright. Okay, here we go. This is the rock thrower alley that we're entering. Sorry, that freeway traffic is pretty heavy. It'd be a place where I'd never be able to camp. Never sleep with all that freeway noise. It's like sleeping at a truck stop. And it's sad because it does kind of take away from the absolute beauty and mystique of this place. But there is absolutely zero that I can do about that. This freeway, Interstate 90, that is due south of us in this direction, opened in 1964. They started the building on it in 1958. And that's before my time. I want to tell you, we're going to go all the way to the car. But remember, even after I've gotten out onto the road, I've still caught eye shine and all kinds of stuff. And stalkers, the most dangerous thing in the woods, other people. We've had those kind of things happen. Now, my friend that passed away, Rudy, me and him used to get into all sorts of mischief. He was really good at finding trouble, even when he didn't want to. And so, like I said, we were on several pretty, what I'd call zany adventures over the years. I said, I'm disheartened. It was like a punch in the gut. I feel just a pain and an empty void right now from losing him, and especially losing him the way we did, to a murder. As you guys mostly know about me, you know some of my career of the Air Force and as a corrections officer, doing law enforcement, did military police and munitions. My job was always stop the bad guy, defend the innocent people. To have my friend go that way from the hands of someone who has no value on life, it's literally what I spent my career trying to stop. And I don't know if I'll ever know the details till I get to heaven, but I know with me, I don't know where his heart was when he went. I know where I wish that it was, where I hoped that it would be. We had many deep and personal talks. And as you know, the predominant thing about me is that I serve Christ. And that is always, if you know one thing about me, that's what you should know. And I know we had many talks about faith and about Christ in our past. And I know he acknowledged that he believed in Jesus. And I know that, sadly, I wish that was enough. The devil and his demons believe in Jesus. They acknowledge him. There's not much. Here we are. Anything up here? Let's go bright. And I had one. Go high up into the trees. Obviously not trying to hit me. But they still are throwing something. Yo. Let me get one more. Come on. Give me another one. Let's make sure, because I've had things hiss at me at this side when I've been distracted by rocks coming from up there. There went something through the trees. Now you've seen this area. Hopefully you watched it, trail cam. Come on. Come on, give me one more rock, or whatever you want to throw. These pansies. Bunch of cowards. If there's a bunch of you, I don't know. Might be one of you, but you're a coward. got 2 more on there, so 5 rock throws all from the same one. Now look, that's game trail right there. And from my trail cameras, I know there was a mama deer and a Bambi that were up and down that quite a bit. And that looks right about from where I had them coming up there. And there were raccoons and possums traversing that area. Pretty heavy, pretty frequent. I just want to see what we have here. Come on. I heard something there, but I don't think that was a throw. All right. We'll leave the pansy ass alone. It'd be like a coward, though, if you threw it at my back. And if you do throw it at my back, you're going to probably get gunshots. Alright, on the dirt road. Remember, now while we're still surrounded by woods, we're on a dirt road. This is a wildlife preserve area owned by the state of Ohio across the street. And boy, is the dust here on this road. Probably because I did this a little bit later at night. Didn't see any of the deer. They probably are bedded down. Another spot I need to get in sometime soon here is Bigfoot Canyon. Not sure when I'll get that. But that's on my to-do list, as well as if anything pops up with cameraman and MT, then I'll be hitting the road an hour and a half down to their area. There's our little covered bridge and all the reflector lights. Last time I was looking at the video, man, I had something I think was possibly a deer, but I couldn't actually, it moved quick. But it had a large thermal signature on there. And I do got a thermal signature right here, but I cannot see anything. There's some heat signatures, but I can't see anything. So, I don't know, look at that area close, expand it, see what you see in this area especially. Just give it a little flicker. I just heard the voice. It was over the whining of that truck. But I just heard a voice. I can't make out what it was saying, but there is a voice there. Sounded like a human voice, that's what I'm saying. That's the most unnerving to me. There is the Conneaut Creek Road access, Conneaut Creek, Conneaut, Ohio. On Creek Road here, and this area of the city. We're kind of south of more of the population centers are more that way and that way. But alrighty, so you gotta let me know what you think. Drop things in the comments. I want to say that I greatly appreciate you. Appreciate Maddie and Addie, who now live in Colorado. My production manager and assistant production manager. Thank you for all your help. And for Jubilee, who's been great at breaking down and analyzing my videos. And there's been some other people who've been some big helps to me too. Again, all of you guys, especially all you guys who comment and everything, I want you to know how much I appreciate that already. So for that, we're gonna head over to the car and we're gonna get the heck out of here. Okay, if for some reason you see something else on here, it's because something happened while I was trying to get in the car. All right, so under the sturgeon moon with lots of bugs. Get off of there, you stupid. Okay, all right. This is T-Mac for T-Mac's American Experience saying goodbye and God bless you. And for Rudy and his friends and the Cognac class of 92, who I know are hurting right now, I just want to say all you guys love you. God bless you. Have a wonderful evening.